So this to me feels extremely good to be able to express myself. I think if you feel like it, it's very important that you do. And I had some thoughts this morning and about well-being and what we call sometimes when we are sick or when we have these physical conditions. I think it's important. I think it's normal that I am also talking for personal experience. I think it's very normal, especially in this crazy life that we were living. I think things are changing right now, and this coronavirus time has been a great awakening and shift. But a lot of humans were not ready for that. Would be the only way that they would perceive it, and they could not perceive it in any other way, because spiritual shift and consciousness growing, it's never, you can't just say, okay, let's do a collective consciousness growing and just let's shut everything down, and we're just gonna stay here and we're gonna just take our time to think about what we're doing and about what really does matter and what it is really important and who we are. All of these shifts that are changing the vibration of our reality and of the planet. We couldn't have done this just saying, let's take a break. We needed to have this pandemic. We needed to have this excuse to take this break. So I think this resonates with me, and this is the way that I choose to see this thing that is going on, because it is a great awakening. And so I was saying that for me, it's normal that your body does go through transitions. And I was watching natural birth videos last night, and I was diving deep into that, because that is something that I am really into, and that I firmly believe, and that I will want to experience when it's going to be my time of giving birth and having the blessing of creating another human being. And that witnessing that made me have so many thoughts in general. And there was this woman talking about how not normal it is nowadays, how we treat pregnancy, how we treat, any kind of things, how we expect, what we expect from the human body versus what reality is, how capable the human body is, and how amazing, and how we diminished the human body in such a way that we don't believe in ourselves anymore, because we think that we need this kind of treatment, we need to go to the hospital to give birth, and we are not, and we are so scared, and we are so in fear, and so many complications that they are not really complication, but because we are in this system and everything is so expected to be in a certain way, whatever goes out of the way, it's a problem. It's classified and viewed as a problem and as an issue, and we let our people tell us how we should feel and what is normal, but we are not used to anymore to listen to our body and to really get in touch with our body and to trust our intuition, which is the most important thing that every human being is gifted with from the moment that we get into this physical body. Regarding diseases, what we, the life that we were living before, I'm referring to the 9 to 5 life that we were living before and that we were accustomed to, and that we identified ourselves with, didn't let us have the time to adjust, or you can't be sick because you have to go to work. You can't allow your body. I think in terms of sickness, I have been through a few things like everybody, and I let my body, and the times, not to mention the times that I was fired from jobs because I couldn't go to work because my body needed a break and my body needed to rest, and I was processing so many things mentally that that projected into my body physically. Everything is connected. Our soul and our mind, our thoughts are connected to our body, and our body is just an expression. Just like when you dance and you have your smile on your face, and that is an expression, that is a manifestation of how you're feeling inside. Is the same thing with sickness and with disease. What we call sickness and diseases is the same thing. What is not normal about this is what we expect from our body, and what we expect according to society, and what we expect according to what is normal and what is not normal. And it's not normal how we treat our body, how we diminish the power of our body, relying on the opinion of doctors and other people that we decided that they know better regarding how we feel, and they know better about what we should do with our body, and we put the power in their hands, and we take the power away from us. It's like the same thing when a parent makes their child feel like, maybe in a way of protecting. I think parenthood is different from this society thing. I think the society is made to take the power away, but sometimes parents, they do this out of confusion or out of love or out of fear. You feel like you have to protect your child in a way that your child, you want to make sure that your child doesn't experience pain, or because you are not ready for that. Your child is ready though, and when you take that experience away from your child, when you prevent him from maybe getting hurt, or I'm not saying that you have to throw your child under a bus, but I'm saying that, like, when you don't let them experience things, you take the power away from your child, because experiences, especially pain, is one of the most sacred, and it's gold for our soul and for our growth, and the growth that we came here to experience thing. And that's why we feel this, sometimes we feel so frustrated because we don't allow ourselves. So I'm saying that with sickness and disease and these experiences in our body, because at the end this is what they are experiences, and how we treat them. For example, if somebody has cancer, I truly believe that any kind of condition, okay, any kind of immune disease, and what society categorized as something that is deadly, or you will never get out of this. 96% of people with this condition dies after blah blah blah, you know, all of this thing that is not even reality. It's just a picture that is given to you, that it's gonna be that way and that cannot be any other way. But we have to remember that we are unique and we are our own. Everybody is different, and everybody came here to experience different things in order to get where they want to get, and in order to experience what they came here to experience. I lost myself now. So we push the body so much. You have to be healthy, you have to be happy, you cannot be depressed, you cannot, you know, it's so important to feel the pain. I am personally against medicine and against getting yourself numb from the real experience. I am against this because I personally witness in myself that kind of pain that you are going through physically has the power to keep you so in the present moment and keep you there, and you can't escape with your brain anywhere else. You are there with yourself, and you are going through this together with your body and your mind and your soul, and you are gonna get through this. But before you really get that enlightenment that you ask for, you need to go through that kind of pain, you need to go through that kind of fear, you need to go through and understand that it's okay, and you need to go through the worst and just allow yourself, not even push through. You feel like you're pushing through, but you are just allowing yourself to trust yourself. And sometimes I believe that this kind of sickness, they do come around because they need to show us our power. They need to show us. And it's the same thing when you experience something in your life. You know, you feel so powerful after you go through, because you know that you can do it, and you know, you prove yourself. And the only way to know that is because you went through that experience. And that's why everybody is so grateful that they went through some kind of experience. You know, how can you, when you can say, I survived, I went through that, now I can go through anything. That's the power of the experience. So I am relating this with any kind of experience, you know, birth, accidents, almost dying. I was born that way, so maybe for me, I resonate with all of this because I was born. That's how I was born. I was born that I had to survive, and I survived. I chose, not I had to. I chose to survive, and I went through that. So then in my life, my experiences after that, they were kind of, I was always, and also the way that my family, because they saw me, I don't remember with visions and consciously, but I know in myself, I know I have my cells that have memory, my body have memory, my spirit, my soul, I know what I went through. And that's why I also go through life the way that I go through, because I am a survivor and I'm a fighter. And the way that my family treated me in the first years of my life in order to protect me, you know, that tough love, that love to protect you, I felt, because you can only see, you are that kind of age where you are, when you don't understand, between 1 and 7, you perceive life in a different way that adults perceive life. So I was seeing the way that they were worrying for me. So I identified with that, and I felt so weak. And that's where I was talking about before, about taking the power away of your child, that your child doesn't know and it's scared of everything. That's how I felt in my first years of life until I was even 15. You know, I was scared of everything because they were out of love. They were trying to protect me from everything, to make sure that nothing could happen to me. And I understand that, because I went through so much fear for me, for my life, and I felt that was such a hard job that I didn't want to lose me. So I understand now, after so many years of rebellion and of going against everything, I understand where they were coming from, and I appreciate that so much. And I understand that was their way of loving me, and that understanding that makes all the difference as well. But maybe that's another video. So I had to re-identify myself and understand who I was. And in order to do that, because I couldn't remember who I was in my moment of birth, I had to go through some experiences in my life, in form of sickness, in form of depression, in form of accidents that happened to me and I survived, in form of surviving in terms of money, in terms of not having a job, in terms of being completely on my own, in terms of not wanting to live with my family and depend on my family, and wanting to make it by myself and depend on my own, and be on the other side of the world and being completely on my own, doing these like crazy extreme experiences. And only through that I chose each of those experiences, even the accidents that I have, the running over while I was going on my bike, coming back from work, being in the hospital, having all kinds of operations. I chose those experiences because those were the only experiences for me, for my personal growth, that would allow me to be a mirror and be a reflection of who I am. And when you know who you are, you know where you're going, you know where you want to go. When you can only know white because you know black, and vice versa. So I'm sure that makes sense to a lot of you, and I'm sure that you understand this and you understand the power of your body. And so in terms of not using medicines and stuff that only deceive, because when you are sick, it's your body, I believe this so much, it's your body asking you to be present, because you haven't been for so fucking long. You haven't been present with your body for so fucking long. You've been trying to make money, you've been trying to be successful, you've been trying when you don't need to try, actually, and you just need to be present and go with the flow and everything. You know, we were raised with this idea that we have to try and that life is so hard, but it's not like that. And this great awakening, it's great. It's just great. I have so much appreciation. I have so much appreciation for all the people that I have in my life, all the people that I met in my life that were a part of this awakening, that guided me, that were there with me, that left me when I needed to be left alone, and that allow my growth, and that give me my silences when I need to be in silence. And I'm grateful for myself, for who I am, for all of those experiences that I had that makes me who I am today and makes me realize who I am, and that I am on my path and will always be on my path. Everybody's always on their path. Everybody, and you can take stuff that perceive them as they happen to you, even though they are just there for you. They don't happen to you, they are for you, and they are just making you realize how much on your path you are. You know, sometimes you feel you have an expectation of how your life should go and how your life should be, and you're like, I was this close to make it and to be successful and to have my business and to have $1 million in the bank, whatever, you know, whatever it is. I was that close, and then this accident ruined my life, or this thing happened, or this breakup, or this situation. I got thrown on the other side of the world. I couldn't do what I really wanted to do, but it's everything. It's for you. It's for the best. It's because you are always on your path. Nothing can take you away from that, and the stuff that happen are just a reminder, but the fact that we perceive it as so much drama and so much oh my god, so much fear and so much pain is because we are filtering everything through the filter of TV, through the filter of media, through the filter of how these people tell us that our life should be. And that's why we perceive pain, because it's so far from who we are and how our life should be, that we are going against it. We are going against our flow. We are going against our path, and we perceive it that way. But you don't have to fear, because you are always there for you. And there are times where you're gonna feel depressed, where you're gonna feel lonely, where you're gonna feel like everything is going wrong. And when those kind of times happen in my life, personally, always I am, I don't have friends to talk to. I don't have people available for me, or because I know that I am meant to go through it by myself, and it's so much more rich, the experience, if I don't distract myself with other people, or complaining, spending time on the phone complaining, or distracting myself with other stuff, with thoughts, like other thoughts that distract yourself from that experience that we may perceive as pain, but when we go through it, it's what we were meant to experience in that way, in that harsh way. So I hope this makes sense. Well, it does for me, so that's all that matters. And I like to make those kind of videos, because when I'm going through realization, for me, I find it so helpful and so beautiful to be able to talk. It's like I'm talking to myself, but I'm talking to whoever is watching, but to relate and to just express what's on my mind. And it's amazing, and I'm so grateful for this, and I'm so grateful for this amazing day. The sky is blue, of course, my favorite color. Nature is perfect, the animals are happy, everybody's good, everybody's going through their own stuff, but everybody's good, everybody's okay, we came here with our souls, and we are here, and our soul and our path is always there with us, always. You just have to sometimes realize and look and be aware of your presence with you. And I'm so happy because apparently my friend today is gonna bring me some weed. And I'm so happy, and I am gonna go and have my smoothie now because it's already 2 in the afternoon and I didn't have breakfast. So I'm hungry and I'm grateful for the things that I'm gonna get to eat. And yesterday I was feeling depressed, and I'm grateful for my depression because through that depression I realized so much. And if I didn't go through that depression, I wouldn't realize the things that I realized today, and I probably wouldn't have all of those thoughts. I was cleaning the bathroom today and I was like, I need to make a video. I want to make a video. I want to get this flow out that is flowing through me, all the knowledge that I get from that time, and I'm grateful for that. And I'm happy. I am very happy, and I am here. I came back home after a while, and I'm grateful because I am getting to re-establish the relationship with my mother. And before I become a mother, I needed to go through this. I need to go through this, and I am in the process of accepting. She's accepting me, I am accepting her. I took this experience completely in a different way. I'm not going anywhere. I'm here, I'm present, and we are living together. And you know, a year ago, even 3 months ago, 2 months ago, even a month ago, I would never thought that I would be able to do this. And then my amazing friend that I am so grateful for, I realized through him that was time for me to come here, and this was such a opportunity for me. And I'm so grateful for this. I am extremely grateful, and everything is going well. And even when it's not going well, it's going well because it's gonna get better, and it's gonna get even better, and more knowledge, and the food is gonna taste better, and everything is better. Everything is so good. And sometimes I feel like I miss my friends and my friend, but I know that it's gonna even make everything even more amazing, you know, when I'm gonna see this soul again. It's gonna make even more special. And the wait is, it's good. The wait is good. The silence is good. It's really good. Have a great day. Ciao.